Hey baddies, welcome to another Auntie Amy's Trashy Tarot. Today I'm doing another pop-up pick-a-card reading. This one's going to be all about the karma of your enemy or enemies. We'll see how these readings work out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be using the Damon Tarot as your picks. So we're going to shuffle this up. And the three cards that come out, either by popping out or I'm guided to pick them, are going to be the three cards that will be your psychic linking object. And I will show you each one of these. And then I will also, well, there we have one. And I will also insert a little picture for those of you guys who need a bit more time to see which group you're drawn to. So we have one here. We have Malphas. Malphas is a president of hell who has governance over 40 legions of demons. Demonographers write that he may manifest in the appearance of a man or a raven, and that his voice is harsh in other forms. I think that's what it says. All right, so I'll show them to you again. So Malphas is going to be group one. What is the karma of your enemy? Okay, Spirit, tell me, what is the karma for group two, group three? What is the karma of their enemy for group two and my group three? I need two more cards. There we go. There we go. Now I have four here. So Spirit told me if this happens, I can select the two. We're not doing four. We're not doing four. We're going to do two. But I'm going to do it this way. Okay, so I feel these two. Okay. All right, so we have Flavros. It says here, Flavros, also transcribed as Flavros, is a Duke of Hell and a Grand General with 20 military units under his command. He takes the form of a leopard, and even in human guise, his eyes are full of fire. All right, so that is group two. And group three is Bufonite. 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 I think that's right. Okay, Bufonite. I think that's right. Or bad toad. Okay, I went and got the book because I think it's easier to read. And what it says here, I'll just read a little bit. It says, Bufonite. Bufonite, there we go, is another symbol of magic and power. See also brooms. But this one is far more legendary in nature. Bufonite, or toadstone, first mentioned in mythology around the time of Pliny the Elder, is a magical jewel that was said to grow inside toads and is a cure to all poisons, which, like bezoar found in the brain of a toad. Like bezoar, there is no scientific basis for the belief that Bufonite was any sort of antidote, but jewelry was created from gems supposedly harvested from toads to ward off ills. All right, so that is group three. So here we go. We have group one is Malphas. All right. Group two is Flavros. And group three is Bufonite. And I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. All right, so these are going to be your selections. And I will insert a little photograph for those of you guys who need more time to see which group you're drawn to. If you are drawn to more than one group, there's probably going to be more than one message here for you. And with that said, I'll see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys. Hey, Group 1, all of you that selected Malphas. This is going to be your reading all about the karma of your enemy or enemies. Keep in mind, this is a general reading, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. All right, so can you guys see Malphas? Okay. All right, so this is a low light reading, so I enjoy reading in a low light. So, yeah, just so you know, it's on purpose. All right, so let's get into this energy and see what is the karma of your enemy. I'm being guided to the archetype deck here. Let's find out a little bit about the situation. Now, I will tell you, Malphas is about building strong towers, building foundations. He's very powerful in that regard. Some people know him as a healer as well, but I will tell you, he's very good at pointing out weaknesses. Okay, seeing where structures can fall apart, where things can, towers can fall. He's a great builder of towers, so to speak. So we have nomad. We have impulsive, makes decisions too hastily, feels unsettled if not sharing with others, becomes bored easily, detached, love style. Okay, give me more energy here. Give me more energy. Impulsive, makes decisions too hastily, feels unsettled if not sharing with others. Feels like a busybody. We have Olympian. Will work to disprove naysayers. Loyal, inspired. Flip the card. Okay, we're going to go into the negative. Expect some dedication from others. Expect same dedication from others. Aren't always good at hearing feedback. Struggles with sharing authority and control. Okay, so I feel like this person, I get power hungry. Like you get a little bit of power and you kind of run away with it. Someone who doesn't handle the loss of power or the attainment of power well. And I feel like they're a busybody. And the reason why they're not a good leader, or and I mean this in a general way, this could be at work, this could be in a family, it could be in like a social situation. So it just feels like they're very chaotic at making decisions. It could be business decisions. It could be family decisions that are based in business. But I feel like this person is not good with money, not good with making monetary decisions. And it could be that this is the weakness that is revealed by Malphas, okay? This Malphas energy that's coming forth. There's cracks. I'm seeing cracks in the foundation revealed. So let's go ahead and get some more energy here. Let's see. We're going to get into the Shadow Oracle. Tell me, Oracle. Sorry, my tongue is heavy, y'all. I am highly medicated, as they say, today with the green. So, because of my autoimmune disease, we have amalgamate. There we go. I feel like there's this energy and turbulence. I just have this energy of everything or important things falling apart. Let's go ahead and get the tarot deck. This is Lucifer's deck. That he comes through, and it is Vlad the Impaler, Vlad Dracula's deck. So let's shuffle it up a couple of times. Tell me more about the situation. Tell me more about the karma of my group one's enemy. What is their karma? Okay, we have the Sun. We have the Ace of Stakes. And what I'm getting as I read this intuitively, I'm reading this in the negative. I feel like their happiness is impaled. I'm seeing literally like it's being gutted, and everything false, everything that is fragile, everything that has any signs of fragility or weakness it's like a piñata. It just flows out. and it's laid bare. And it really does feel like a spike. I feel like I have a spike in my side. I feel like someone just comes in and guts me. I feel gutted. I feel hollow. The 8 of Stakes in reverse. And I feel such loss here. I feel lost. I feel lost. I feel lost. I feel like I don't know who I am anymore. I don't know who I am in all this chaos. I'm feeling the energy of this person, and I feel like this person, they may have really, I'm hearing like fucked you over. They really fucked you over. Some of you guys, this is at work. We have the King of Swords in reverse. It feels like there were some words said. This could be in the family. It could be at work. For a few of you, this is like a social situation, but for most of you, it's like family, career, money situation. But I feel like there's been like this person had some really nasty things to say about you. It could be gossip. And I really feel like they went out of their way to be a complete and utter piece of shit. And they really worked very hard at making you look bad. And we have the World in reverse. And what I see is doors shutting, doors beginning to slam fucking shut for this person as the sun is spiked. It's like I see a spike and it ripping open, and like where it's ripped open, I see like almost like a red substance coming out. Like it feels like I'm gutted, like my happiness is gone. And I can't we can't get out of it. We can't get out of this bad situation. And this may have been a situation where this person, their words and the shit they said about you put you in a bad situation that you could not get out of. And they're going to find themselves, although it may be different, but with similar emotions. The emotions of like, I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do. Like, I can't believe they did this to me. I can't believe they gutted me this way. I can't believe they would, I'm hearing like some of you got really taken advantage of by this person. Some of you guys really, they gutted you. They gutted you. And now, turnabout is fair play, as they say. I feel like there's such a loss here. Okay, tell us more about this loss. We want to know more about the loss. I can't move. I hear this like, I can't move. I can't. For some of them, there's like depressive energy. They're becoming very depressed by this karma, by this lack of movement, by this loss, this impalement of their sun, of their happiness, of their glow. I don't think they're quite as shiny as they used to be to other people. And I feel like I'm hearing like difficult to be around, difficult to work with, difficult person. They're difficult. They're difficult. We have the Knight of Coins in reverse. We have the 4 of Swords in reverse, and the 8 of Cups in reverse. Wow. You know, it's bad karma. It's bad fucking karma. It's this inability to recover and move on. And it's this energy of staying in this mindset of lack, of not having, and reliving like the bad event that happened over and over, and not being able to kind of get past it mentally. So it leaves you at a kind of stalemate. I see Hangman here. This person, I feel like there's no rest for the wicked, is what I hear. No rest for the wicked. This karma, if you will, I don't really like that label, but it really is this is an opportunity at a course correction. Major towers falling, but I'm hearing like, this is not just a tower. This is a piercing of their sun. Okay, this is a deliberate act of piercing their sun. Okay, so side message here. For some of you, if you've cast it on this person, it's hit. Okay, it's a direct hit. Okay, for some of you, if you've like wish the universe to kind of take care of it, it hit. Okay. This karma is a direct hit, whatever this is. Okay. Um, it's almost like they're nasty, terrible words about you. Possibly the things they said that they were like, oh yeah, it's totally true. After the fact, after the damage is done, people are finding out is bullshit, right? Um, and I feel like for you, it's almost like you're found innocent in absence, so it doesn't even fucking matter. Um, and for some of you, that this is family, it does matter, of course, but hearts will be broken, I hear. Hearts are broken if this is family, because it feels vindictive and feels vicious. It feels like somebody who has some real fucking problems. We have family here. Hereditary. Payment. We have ice, which is the thing. Why am I hearing like, keep that thing away from me? I don't want to be around that thing. What is that about? Is that how some of you guys were talked to by this person? Is that vicious words? Listen, if someone talks to you like that, that cannot be family. Okay? I say this with love, all right? Because I know what it's like to be in situations where you have people talking to you like you're not a human being, okay? And I'm telling you, that's not love. Okay? That's abusive speech. Okay? And I'm not trying to judge your relationship. I'm just telling you to make you aware that there's something toxic going on there. Okay? And this is just, I'm sure you're watching this because it's bad karma, for your enemy. But some of you guys really need to take that in, okay? Because I feel like, hereditary is, nothing more traumatizing than what happens to the little girl in this movie. And honestly, she is sort of taken for granted and misused in so many ways, you know. Um, and like, she's kind of forced to go to this party with her older brother. She doesn't want to go with. If you haven't seen it, then this may not make sense. And then she is allergic to peanuts, and he's not really watching her. And she eats some peanuts because she's like got some issues, right? So she's not always aware. So he left her alone, and she ate a cake with some peanuts, and something happens to her. And something happens to her that costs her, spoiler alert, it costs her life. But the thing is that, she doesn't rest in peace. Okay. Even in death, she's, kind of moved around a lot, So what I'm getting to the long way is that I feel like a lot of you have had a lot of like forced and kind of like, what is the word I want to use for this? Because I feel like a lot of you guys have had some very toxic and abusive stuff happen, but it's been very like covert. Like we wouldn't think of like a spirit being moved around in body as something that could be kind of abusive. But I see it, especially as a spirit medium, as like, yes, absolutely could be, So there may be a perspective here that spirit's wanting to bring forward for you guys, and I'm not trying to trigger you. I'm just trying to make you aware, because I feel like the karma for this person is pretty intense. I feel like some of you guys may have cut cords, and I sure hope I hope you feel that. And sometimes when we cut cords with situations like this, sometimes we have to do it a couple of times, and it's not that the magic didn't work. It's not necessarily that. It may be that the mental situation in our heads needs us to go through that again. We need to cut the mental cord. You know what I'm saying? We need to see it cut again. There's nothing wrong with that, okay? There's no shame in that. Some cords are very strong, right? Um, and I feel like this enemy that you have here, I feel like they're a little bit of, we have the thing here, and the thing was a shapeshifter. Okay. And when I get into this energy, it feels very much like a narcissist, someone who can kind of like be who you want them to be until, they get your whatever they want from you, and then they kind of blend, they take your information, they kind of like use it against you. It's very manipulative. If it's not narcissistic, it's extremely toxic and manipulative. And what's happening here for this person is that it's almost like the illusion of their shape shifting, of their manipulations are revealed. And I feel like there's this energy here of, I feel fucking vulnerable. Like, what the actual fuckage? How did this happen to me? Like, how, like, caught off guard by the fact, and that's part of this energy here. They're so caught off guard by this bad karma, by being found out, by being seen as the thing in the family or the situation, that they kind of get locked in to this kind of like this energy of like, I can't believe what happened. And here's the thing. This can be a solid trigger for a revisiting of like toxic behaviors, addictive behaviors. And I feel that for some of them, like being pulled into like addictive behaviors, And listen, that ain't your deal. That ain't your fault. You got nothing to do with that shit. Okay, so don't even, because I hear some of you like the thoughts are like, well, I didn't want that. Listen, this is their situation. These are the demons they have to deal with, not you. Okay, and for some of you, they never stopped. Okay, I just want you to know that they never stopped. They just made everybody think they did. If you know, you know, kind of thing. All right, if it's for you, it's for you. If it's not, it's not. Let's get a few more tarot cards, but I'm going to go in with the occult tarot. Sorry, this is the occult tarot. Okay, tell me more about this karma, this negative energy going towards this enemy. Some of you guys definitely cast on this person because they're stuck. Either way, they're stuck. And there was a direct hit to their happiness. Okay, we have the Ace of Swords, the Nine of Wands, that's Citri, Marco. Okay, I'm not going to try to pronounce that. The Four of Cups and the Three of Cups. I feel like there is a loss of stamina here, okay? And again, with the Ace of Swords, I feel the piercing. The piercing. I don't know how to explain this, but like there's an energy of just a drain of my vitality. Now, is this illness? It could be. This person may actually be getting sick. I feel this energy of not being able to move on, and getting stuck. And it feels like the worrying energy and the I can't believe this happened to me energy, and just the energy of the loss may cause such stress for this person that they may experience like some kind of stress related illness. And for some of them, like I feel like high blood pressure and a drain of energy. If you've ever had high blood pressure, you know you can feel really tired with that. There's some kind of like fatigue or exhaustion, levels of exhaustion. It could be depression making them feel that way. We have the Page of Pentacles here. Okay. Yeah, I feel like there is loss of money, um, and loss of opportunity with this. I feel like it's as if a once very strong person is brought down to reality, and people see the truth of them, and their weaknesses are exposed, and they're made to live in their weaknesses and deal with the reality of who they truly are. And they're kind of stuck there until they deal with the truth of themselves. That's how they get out of it. It's like they enter a dark night of the soul, and it's in multiple areas all at once. All right, group one. Okay, group one, that's what I received for you. I hope this was helpful, and you understand a bit of what's going on with your enemy's karma. And if this resonated for you, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. And if you'd like to see more readings like this one, give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys. Hey, group two, all of you that selected Flavros. This is going to be your reading all about the karma of your enemy or enemies. Keep in mind, this is a general reading, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Okay, so Flavros has the form of like a leopard man. Okay, and he has fiery eyes. And even when he is requested or well, I don't like forced. Okay, we don't force these spirits. All right, that's a whole other thing. But when he is in the form of a man, he still maintains these fiery eyes because of his infernal origin. Now, he's a spirit that is known for lying. He will lie to you unless he feels that you are worthy of learning the truth, or he will test you until he thinks you're worthy. So, he's a powerful spirit. If he finds you worthy, he will tell you truthfully the past, present, and future, and he will talk to you about various different subjects about supposedly heaven and supposedly hell and different realms and things like that. So it feels like there's lies here. There's lies going on in group two. So perhaps the person that you are talking about, not talking, but you are seeking a reading about lied to you, or is a terrible liar, or this situation involves a lot of lies. So we're going to find out more about what's going on with you. Let's pull some cards here, and I'm being guided to, let's go to this deck. No, this deck. Okay. All right. Tell me about my group two. Tell me about the karma of their enemy. Yeah, I feel like they lied about you. I'm hearing like vicious rumors, vicious lies. Untrue. For some of you, it got in the way of your money. I'm hearing got in the way of my money. We have egg, which is, I think this is predator, and this is the ring. Okay, so when I get the ring, I always think about like technology. So this could be online. Maybe you have an online presence, or there was something about your work that involved technology. Maybe there was text messaging and emails that were involved in this lying situation. An egg with predator here. It feels like there was a lot of like planting of seeds for them to grow into like these monstrous, horrible situations for many of you. You know, rumors and gossip, they can hurt people. And I feel like this is malicious. Like they meant to hurt you. It was on purpose. It was absolutely on purpose. I'm going to get one more of these. Tell me more. We have warrior. And this is, it's just the Evil Dead. For a minute, I was like, what? So I feel like, first of all, I feel like you're a fighter. So I feel like you have a very strong presence. And I almost feel like this energy that is your enemy has a little bit of a banshee energy, like a screaming banshee. And I get this energy from the situation, like you didn't have any problem like cutting this bitch down, but the problem is the delicacy of the situation. For some of you guys, this involves like people important to you, or your business, or your money, um, or people you truly care about. So that there's a value around the situation. So it's delicate. For some of you, it involves like, grandmas, aunties, or people you care what they think of you. Okay. And it's almost like, how dare this bitch go and talk shit on me to those people. And I'm just using grandmas, aunties as a like example. Okay. It doesn't have to be grandmas and aunties. It can be whoever. It could be certain bosses. It could be, for some of you, it may be at church. For some others of you, it could be like in college or something like that. But it feels like someone saying some pretty shitty things, or on a platform that those people have access to, some pretty shitty things, and spreading like false rumors that kind of were like these little eggs that kind of burst into these monsters. And now we're dealing with the outcome. Which deck over here? Which deck? This one. Okay. Tell me more about this situation. Tell me more about their karma. Well, those bitches in Alien. I don't know if you've seen the Alien movies, but they don't just go for like certain people. They go for everybody. Okay? They don't just go after, those monsters go after everyone. Okay, so I felt this in group 1 too, like a backfire a little bit, like something backfired here. Something's going to backfire. They're going through a backfire situation. Some of you guys might actually have cursed this person, and no judgment here. I'm just acknowledging that. I see that. I feel that. Tell me about this person, about their karma. I'm feeling like with the warrior here, and I know this is the Evil Dead, I feel like there's this energy now as I shift my perspective, and I see this person like fighting for their life. And now they're fighting their own shit. Like they've caused themselves drama. They've caused themselves to have more drama and more shit in their life, like a curse. Like it's all come back on them now. And they're fighting to keep their head above water, so to speak. We're moving into their karma. It's the karma of your enemy. I fucking hate her. The Golden Empress. We have Jewel of Abydos, potency, confidence, magnetism. Okay. We have Matriarch, Mother of Homestead, rejection, opportunities, consequences. So I feel like the people, God, I felt this in group. You and group 1 have some things in common. Okay. I feel like the backfire is they are struck with rejection, a lot of rejection. Okay. And it feels like for them, it's going to have to do with their appearance. There's something about their appearance that is, I hear it's failing, it's floundering. Like, you ain't hot shit anymore, bitch. You're not taking over the town anymore, bitch. You don't have it together. It's like the fight they've had to do, and for some of them, it's like it's a long fight. Okay. They're going to lose, and I feel like a drain on beauty. I feel a drain on attraction. I feel just like a drain on their appearance. It's like they give up taking care of themselves. And I feel like everything they mother, everything they nurture begins to wilt. We have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The 7 of Wands in reverse. And this is a grave, okay? And, he's come out of the grave. And I feel this energy of like they can't get their shit together. This person cannot get their shit together. I'm seeing a hoard. Some of them are going to start hoarding, or some of them are hoarders. Ooh, that's tea. Some of them have a hoarding problem. Some of them are shopping addicts and they're hoarding, so nobody knows. Some of them, the bills are coming due, y'all. They got some bills coming due. Some of them are going under, like, I'm getting like debt here. It costs a lot of money to look that way, you know, so it might be the reason why they start like looking different is because they ain't got no money. They don't got no money, right? So give me some more energy here. Tell me more about my group too. I feel like the things they nurture and care about begin to just, I'm seeing fruit drying up on the branch, on the stem. It's like they can't bear any fruit. If they're trying to, okay, so some of them are going to have a hard time if they're trying to have children. They're going to have a hard time. Okay, we have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, they're going to have a very hard time. And we have the Eight of Wands. So I feel like, you know, I feel like if they are trying to start anything new, they're gonna have a hard time. Like any kind of businesses, trying to have babies, trying to start anything new, they are having a difficult time. They cannot get started. It's like every time they get going, it flounders. Every time they get the engine started, it peters out. Okay. And I feel there's an inflow of like bad news. Just a general inflow of like not anything good to say. People just don't have good shit to say about them in general. And it's part of this like chaotic energy I'm picking up on here. And I feel like at first there's a lot of matriarch or feminine energy that's concerned. Like, what the fuck is going on? And then I'm seeing like Flavros's eyes, and I'm seeing like people seeing through the bullshit. Some of them are going to ask the matriarchal energy here for money, and it's not going to go well. With the Nine of Cups and the Two of Pentacles, I feel like it's going to throw everything off balance. They're not going to get what they think. That wish fulfillment, look at this hatchet, or it's a chainsaw. It's been cut up. This is no Nine of Cups like, ooh, yeah. It's a scary clown with a chainsaw, okay? Done been cutting all the wishes away. All the wish fulfillment away? Yes, there's no wish fulfillment here. Just cups of red substances. This has to be evened out. And I feel like for a lot of them, it's messy. It's, if you will, you know, bloody. It's uncomfortable. Because I feel like someone who is keeping at something, like they're hammering it, okay? They're hammering at it, not realizing that they're 6 feet under, okay? They're hammering at this new thing. They're hammering at they want this wish fulfillment. They want this success, you know, and they think they're being in balance, but all the time the universe is like, no, we cut that. See, you can't have that because you're not ready for that. Okay, because you got to make things right. We got to make things right here. So we need you to stay here and understand that the scales have to come into balance. And if you want to move forward, you got to deal with some shit. Like the fact that you're trying to get and maneuver in life and position yourself in life and get the good graces of people in life based on fakery, falsehood, and lies, making people look bad. Some of them have a complete, like, how they look is so unreal, and I don't mean to judge people, but I'm just saying, like, they live in a fairy tale world about their appearance, and some of them can't even afford, like, furniture, but they spend, like, a lot of money on their appearance. And it's always good to take care of ourselves, but taking care of ourselves includes financial things as well. Not just like, the very best $50 lipstick. There's more to taking care of yourself than just that. So I feel like this person some of them live off balance. They live in a land of make-believe, and that's going to catch up with them. I keep hearing like bills coming due. Like bills are coming due, and some of them don't know what to do about it. And some of them have, I'm seeing like debt of $50,000, like debt of $20,000, $17,000, $1,700. There's something about 17 here. 17 months. Okay. I feel like some of them have been messing with people's identity. Now, that's not all of them, but some of them have been like they're in deep with this shopping, spending, whatever they're doing with this money. Okay, they're in deep with it, with the shopping thing, or the gambling. I'm hearing gambling now. They don't know when to quit. They don't know when to quit. Tell me more about this bitch right here. Tell me more. Okay, we have quite a few cards they're 4. They're all in reverse, but that's what we're taking. We have the 2 of coins. Yeah, they're off balance. Out of balance. Out of balance, out of mind. The 6 of swords. Yeah. We have the 8 of swords here. And we have the chariot in reverse. Here's the thing. I feel like they have no idea how bad it really is. Like it's about to get incredibly bad for them. Because so many of them have been living in Delulu land. And I feel this energy of like uppityness, or I'm better than, I'm, by all appearances, I look better than. And the truth is that we're not better than anyone. Money doesn't make you better. Being super attractive doesn't make you better. We're all the same. Okay, we're all human, we're all fragile, we're all vulnerable, and to accept that is the ability to have compassion for other people. And I feel like this person doesn't have any compassion for anyone else. I feel this person is extremely self-centered and selfish. And because of that, the balance here is really off and bad. And I feel a hand of like nemesis here coming in, because I feel like the scales are so off here. Like what was done to you feels so wrong. And I feel like this person has no remorse about what they did. Okay. Yeah, there's no remorse here. And because of that, I feel like there's almost like a block in the road. It's not a tower. It's just like a concrete wall that comes down, and they keep running into it. They keep beating their heads against it to try to make shit happen. And the thing is the universe is like, no, we can't make shit happen until you deal with why you're such an insufferable bitch. We can't have you moving on with you being such an insufferable bitch. Like, look at yourself. And in order for this person to truly look at themselves, some of them have to be stripped of the costume they wear. They have to be stripped of these delusional masks they wear that they're better than other people. They have to be cut away. It has to be, it has to be cut away. Let me make sure we're still plugged in. Yes. All those delusions have to be cut away. And I'm reading this card, obviously, intuitively at this point, because it's the 9 of Cups. But it's not the 9 of Cups of like happiness. It's 9 of Cups of blood. All right. It's like we're having to like remove some of the toxicity from your system to this enemy. And it feels painful. It feels like this person's going to experience some kinds of pain they never had before. And the truth is, with this 8 of Swords here, I feel like they don't even know that they're in this situation. yet. They don't know how bad this is going to get, because it's going to get really bad. That's how unaware they are. I would say that's how not self-aware they are of how their bullshit has affected other people. And karma is a course correction. It's just the universe saying, hey, you kind of like are a mess. So here, let's kind of try to help you get back on course. And I don't always, karma isn't always punitive, but in these situations for this reading, they are, okay? So far, they've been very punitive to these enemies because of the seriousness of them. And I feel like many of you, went through a situation where, you didn't cry tears, you cried red liquid. Like, this was not just heartbreaking, it was devastating. And I felt that with group 1 too. So you may have been drawn to group 1. There may be some message there for you. So here's how it feels. It feels like this person doesn't really realize they're on a path of suffering at first. Okay. It feels like they're very delusional. So they try to hang on and do what they can and kind of like hustle and maneuver. And then as the tide truly turns and as cuts are made, they find out that, whoa, something's really fucked up with my life, because they keep, they're banging their head against that concrete slab that's in their road. They can't seem to go down their path. They can't seem to make things better. And it is only after the endless slamming themselves against the concrete wall that they think, hey, maybe I need to reflect. So I'm going to tell you that they're going to be in a period of slamming themselves against that wall for a while, because they're owning their lies and delusion. They're owning it. And so there's a lot of crashing and a lot of thrashing and a lot of like cutting away that has to happen. And it takes time. All right. And so this is kind of a circle of self-destruction that this person gets into, okay? And their life becomes radically unbalanced. The thing is, the reality of this sneaks up on them. They don't see it coming. They're blind to it. Once they see it, though, I feel like they're led to the mirror of self. What do they see in the mirror of self? They see that they've bashed themselves against a concrete wall over and over. For what? And they see kind of the costume in shambles. They see a true reflection of self. And I feel like it sends them into kind of a really dark moment of the soul. Now, how long that takes depends on each situation, okay? Because the awareness of thrashing yourself against a brick wall or a concrete wall and seeing the results of the damage you've done to yourself and your relationships, that is a process that takes time, and it's different for every person. And I feel like this person gets lost among the stress of trying to make shit happen. It's almost like as this stuff goes down, they double down on work. They double down on perfectionism of self, of how they look. It's like they OCD, and I'm not a professional counselor. I'm just using that word as like a compulsion to like work and be perfect, okay? So I'm not trying to diagnose anyone. And it's almost like this curse energy that we have here kind of manifests in this perfectionism that really takes them down. Because I feel like it kind of locks them up in being obsessive about themselves And this takes them even more off course with people and communications. And it makes them even more vulnerable to people kind of like, oh, I see your bullshit. I see your bullshit. I see your lies. I see you for who you truly are. And for this person, that is terrifying. Um, and there is a level of fear here that this person seems to kind of like stay in. There's a fear of rejection here that's very strong. And it feels like it gets kicked up with all this bad negative karma that's coming. All right. Okay, group 2, that's what I received for you. I hope this was a helpful reading. If it was, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. And if you'd like to see more readings like this one, give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys. Hey, group 3, all of you that selected Bufonite. I think that's how you say it. Anyway, this is going to be your reading all about the karma of your enemy. So keep in mind, this is a general reading. It's a general session. So just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. All right. So this is toadstone, and it is a stone that's said to grow inside toads and, cure all poisons and things like that. So let's see what comes out in the cards, because I'm really interested in this energy. Okay, so what is the karma of the enemy or enemies of my group 3? Tell me about it. It feels like in this situation, things were not as they seemed. Okay, things were not as they seemed. That's what it feels like with this card. First impressions are not always right. That's what I get. First impressions are not always correct. You can't always trust your first impression. We have you guys, my tongue is so heavy. Here you go. There's a card. Let's see. Okay. Give me some more energy here. I feel like this is somebody who took too much from you. Accumulation. There, I think I said it. My tongue just didn't want to work. We have introspection in reverse. I'm going to take the reversal. Accumulation. There we go. Accumulation. Okay. And introspection in reverse. I just really feel like this person, it feels like they took from you. They took advantage of you. Okay. We have elevate. Quite a few of these cards came out for you. I'm going to scoot these down because I know there's a glare there. Let's see. I hope that's better. And we have power. We have patience. And we have reflection. Okay, so I think you were very patient with the situation. And I think this person really took advantage of your good nature. Okay. We have reflection, and then we have introspection that came out in reverse. I feel like this person has no sense of self-reflection. Like they are not self-aware. Okay. And for some of you guys, I feel like this person made you question your own self-worth. And I'm seeing a mirror where it's almost like they held up a false image of you, is what I'm seeing. Like the image that was in the mirror wasn't you. And there's these feelings of like trying to elevate this connection, like telling you the intention was to elevate the connection, to go to the next level of what this connection was or could be. I'm honing in on power here, and I feel like they, I feel like the power dynamic in this connection was not, um, it was uneven. It was uneven. And I feel like you, with this patience here, I feel like you really gave it your all. Like, you really tried. This could be a romantic, like an ex. This could be, um, it really feels like a romantic connection or a dear friend, a family member like a cousin or brother or sister or some kind of peer or something like that. It feels like there was deep emotion, okay, deep emotion in this connection, okay. But I feel like we have someone that's taking advantage of somebody else here, and to the point where they made you doubt yourself. There was this energy of making you doubt yourself. And I feel like this person gained some kind of power over you. Um, and it feels like you really felt like you were doing the right thing here. And there's just some moment of self-reflection that you had. You had introspection, and you were like, oh, bitch, I don't like myself when I'm with you. It's like you had to find the jewel within yourself, okay? Because the toadstone is like a jewel, okay? So you had to find the jewel within yourself. You had to look at the ugly within this relationship. I have a sorceress, a sorcerer, a tyrant, grandiose, ineffective, terror, mind control, selective breeding, corrupt, declares himself God, diabolic. I think that sums up this negative kind of energy here. It seems very dark. Um, and we have narrator. So I feel this energy of like they were very good. They were good at speaking. You know, they were a good talker. They talked a good game, is what I'm hearing. Talked a good game. But boy, were they full of shit. It was all bullshit, all lies. If people only knew the lies and the betrayal here, right? I'm going to pull some tarot here. Now, I read this deck kind of like an oracle deck. It's a haunted house tarot. Okay, tell me about this. Tell me about this Dark Lord's karma. Okay, this enemy of my group 3. Ooh, these kind of spit out. I'm going to take them because I feel like there's a story here. Okay. Okay, we have the 7 of Pentacles. Okay. We have the moon. We have the wheel. And we have the high priestess here. I feel like there's so much revealed with this person. There's justice coming here. There's so much revealed. I just want to show you these cards. The cards that came out for you. We have justice. The wheel. This is the moon. I believe that's the moon. It feels like the moon. You know, I feel like your justice unfolds with this person, with time. It has to do with time, the movement of time. Tell me more about this. See, I have a reflective energy here. You have people talking. I'm hearing time moves very slowly, but so does justice. Justice moves very slowly. Where did I get justice? This is the high priestess. This isn't justice. Why do I feel justice here? I feel it intuitively, I guess. That's what I'm feeling, justice here. Did you cast like a justice spell? this is starting to feel like there was some really bad stuff that happened between you, this person and you. It feels like you sat in it for a while. $1111 could have meaning to you. We have the Seven of Pentacles here. I feel like the karma starts to unfold as the seeds that this Dark Lord energy plants begin to die. Nothing flowers, nothing grows. There's no growth, there's no development. There's a revealing of bullshit. And people start to talk. And truths are revealed. It feels like I'm lost in this energy. Tell me more. Tell me more about this. Like, I want to run away. I want to run away. The hidden is revealed. The hidden is revealed. I want to run away. I want to run away. And she's running away. Did you have to run away from this person? Did you have to leave because it was too toxic or something happened? I don't really want to get into it. The Two of Swords. It wasn't easy. It wasn't an easy decision for you to walk away from this person. And I can see why I'm feeling Gemini energy here. This person with the power, they had almost like a magical spell cast upon you. I feel like they're going to start to see people walk away from them. Okay? And they're not going to understand it. And I intuitively, I'm just picking up on this level of karmic justice being served. For some of you, this is the third party. Okay, so if you had a third party situation, whether it be love or family, they just had enough and they're gone. Because there's something about what happened that's revealed. Okay, and for some of you, it's major. There's something that you may think the other person knows, but they don't know. They don't know. They don't know the truth of it. And they find it out. Because the wheel is turning, but it's not in their favor. Okay? And the thing is, they can't outrun this karma. Tell me more about it, because it feels like it's getting real serious. It's getting real serious. Tell me about this karma. Okay. We have the Three of Swords here. We have the Three of Swords. Now, it came out in reverse, but I flipped it over because I feel it both ways. So I think it depends on where you are. Okay, I think it can be a reversed, and I think it can also be it's coming. Okay, but there is such a powerful loss here. It is. I'm hearing like, why is nothing working out for me? Why is everyone leaving me? I'm not that bad, says the Dark Lord. I'm not that fucking bad. Yes, you are. Take a look at yourself, Dark Lord. there is an energy of people walking away from this person. If they get with someone new, there's like a breakup. And it could be that there's loss of friendship here because of truths revealed. And it could be there's something in their past that's revealed as well. Deep, dark secrets that you possibly know that you overlooked because you cared about this person, but those deep, dark secrets matter now. For some of you, straight up, I feel like this involves jail. Okay, I'm just going to tell you the legal issues here that come back to haunt this person. Because I feel like this person is brokenhearted about that. About their freedom being taken away. And they've tried to run from this. And they can't. They can't run from it. Okay. Well, that's a powerful card. The World. What I'm feeling with the key here is like somebody holds the key to the cage. Someone holds the key that keeps this person kind of bound into the situations they're in. They lock them up. They bind them into a place where they can't run. And they have to seek reflection. And for some of them, like, I feel like they have to reflect about heartbreak. Some of them have a lot of really horrible mental energy, like bad thoughts, invasive thoughts that they can't control, about the things that won't blossom, about the people talking about them, about the hidden things that they've done in the past. They're being given the opportunity to turn what bullshit they were involved in to transmute it by learning and growing. But there's suffering here with the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords is a card of suffering for real. There's deep levels of suffering. Let's talk about the suffering here. Let's talk about the suffering. I'm hearing like, because this card, the Toadstone, is a jewel within. It's like we have to dig through the shit to find the jewel. We have revenge. So part of the fucked up thing is this person has vengeful energy, okay, with the Dark Lord, with all this shit. And because they seek vengeance, some of that's on you, okay? It's like they're going to be brought to their knees. Dark Lord, no more, okay? They have to be humbled by this. They have to understand that they're not above anyone. They're not better than anyone. I got this energy too in group 2, so this being better than anyone. And it feels like, though, it's a little different because this energy feels like they feel intellectually better, or their position in life is better, or they've gone to college and they just feel like they're better because they have more education. But I feel like there's something about their suffering that brings out this massive level of anger. And because their anger is so vengeful, it's like the universe, guides, whatever, begin to use that vengeful energy to kind of bring them to their knees. It's very self-destructive. I'm hearing like throwing away relationships through anger. This person may have an anger control issue. I feel Gemini energy here too. Also hear Virgo and Capricorn as well. They may be a Taurus. I got all these cards that just like flew off the table. So we got blinded by pain. I feel like this person may play a martyr. We have envy and envious gluttony. I had to pick up the card that fell off. It was Queen of My World. So this person really has an ego problem. They have an anger control issue. I'm also hearing alcoholism. And it feels like the universe guides karma, what have you. It's like this person has to be brought to their knees. And it feels very self-destructive, like I said before. And it feels like they're backed into a corner or jailed or somehow restricted and made to look at their own issues. And this is someone who only sees the jewel. Okay, this is someone who doesn't see their own issues. This is someone who doesn't see themselves as weak or fragile or anything anything less than perfect. This person has a perfection issue and an ego issue. We did have some perfectionism in group 2 as well. But this person has a huge ego, and it's really based on shallowness, vapidness, vanity, and this attitude that it can't happen to me. Listen, don't ever say that because the minute you do, it's like you align your shit. You align for that shit. And I feel like vengeance is coming in the form of karma. Like this is very strong. It's a strong wave of balancing energy coming in. I feel like there's deep heartbreak, an accumulation of heartbreak here, like a constant wave of heartbreak coming in and feeling very caged by it, and becoming more and more jealous of other people, which honestly, it feels like a new emotion to a degree, although some of them feel jealous, but some of them are so egotistical that how could they be jealous? They live in this land where they are the queen of the world and everything revolves around them. And I feel like many of them may have been treated that way in families. They may be only children or, the very special kid that always got everything and, very toxic family structure. And it's like having to revisit like disappointment and blows to ego. And I feel like this is going to start kind of slowly and maybe a little funny, where people will start to insult them. Okay. The Dark Lord being told that they're not so dark and they're not so lordish is kind of like, huh. At first you might laugh it off, but after you get told that, over and over, you might go home at night and be like, I really thought I was over my drinking problem, but I'm starting to feel insecure. I feel like I'm being drained of power. I feel vengeful. I feel revenge. I'm getting angry. And then the anger starts to, manifest as jealousy and things like that. And we start having this very toxic relationship with ourselves. And we have the the Three of Swords can also be like a lot of really negative, powerful thoughts that are self-defeating. And don't serve us in any way and continue to kind of keep us kind of caged in our thoughts and unable to move forward. And I feel like this person may get lost in anxiety and depression and become someone who it's almost like the more anxiety they have, the more horrible displays of ego happen. And that happened. And I feel like that kind of blows their cover. I'm getting this message of a lot of strikeouts start to happen when they start hitting on, people they want to date and things. A lot of like at work, a lot of good ideas that they have or good ideas. They get told that idea ain't shit. The things that they used to be able to do at work are going to be like, oh no, you can't do that anymore. That's not fair to other people. There's just going to be a lot of like, you thought you were special, bitch. You're not special. And let me tell you why. And I feel like it's like an erosion of this person's ego, and it's like a fight for them to keep it. And it becomes quite ugly. Now, I'm going to tell you with this envious gluttony, I can't overlook the fact that some of them may have some trigger warning ED issues that may get triggered. Okay. And I'm just being real about that. And, it is what it is. Some issues with their vessel, some issues with their body that get triggered by this. But these are all things that are coming to them and being laid at their feet and saying, if you want to move forward in life, if you want to, you want your seeds to blossom, you're going to have to deal with your bullshit, because we live in a different time now. We live in the age of Aquarius, and the same bullshit that happened before isn't going to fly now. And this kind of shit isn't going to fly. You can't be a vapid, horrible, hateful person and things just be okay. Eventually, karma's going to get you, and it's speeding up. I feel like it's speeding up. Some of them are already in this energy. Some of them are about to meet that energy like in their face. And I do think part of it may be a little funny, because I get this energy of like just slowly people just start to insult you, and it happens over and over, and you're like, oh, like it's like getting your hair cut and then you going home and your partner being like, saying like, do you like my hair? And they're like, well, if you do. And then they go out and they go to work and they have a new haircut, and people don't say anything about it. And when people don't say anything about your haircut, either you're overlooked or they hate your hair, right? And there's just like, you go out to eat and people look at you weird with your hair. It's that kind of thing. It's just kind of like a repeating pattern by the universe, making you aware of how people really see you. And it's a mirror. It's a powerful mirror. And it feels like when they truly see themselves, it sends them on, for many of them, a spiritual path of evolution. Out of all the groups, I think this group may have a shot at possibly, some of them, like getting their ego in check. Okay. But it's going to take a massive amount of crashing at that ego. Because there's an anger issue here, and the anger issue has to be dealt with. Some of them, I'm not a therapist, I'm not a professional, but I feel intuitively some of them need therapy desperately. And they need to get to the bottom of the anger, because I feel like the anger is fueling the ego. Some of them do not have good people skills, and it comes from wherever the anger is coming from. Okay. I'm not making excuses. It feels like this person, it can be very nasty. And what happened here feels very nasty. Okay. But this person, it seems like for some of you, there is a possibility this person could actually learn and get in alignment with something much better. But that's not for all of you. And I do feel like, however this resonates, the alignment situation is going to take time. Lots of time. And if you do shadow work, you know that shadow work is something that many of us do over and over for long periods of time. It's an ongoing thing. And this person has some big shadows to deal with, if you know what I'm saying. All right. So, okay, guys, that's what I received for you. I hope this was helpful and an insightful reading. If it was, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. And if you'd like to see more readings like this one, give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you, beautiful, magical baddies, on the other side. Bye, guys.